What is going on, everyone? We're here. I'm here. We're going to talk about Roy Jones Jr. going against Mike Tyson for a little bit. I had to hop up on here, and the fight just ended. And man, it's a sad day. I really wish both guys would have just been able to just not do this. Look like they both needed the money bad, but Boy was like, I guess I do it, man. Boy was like, man, I just make this money any way I can, I guess. Because I'm like, I don't know what y'all saw, but to me, that was a no-go, man. This just wasn't it. But let me know what you all thought about the card. Was it a good night of fights, or was it kind of what I'm thinking? It was kind of like, this wasn't it. And obviously, we didn't know this until that it started. The fact that the ring was so much smaller, like, definitely benefited Tyson. I feel like they did everything they could think of to give Mike Tyson an advantage. They got to do better. Yes, everybody involved, man, they got to do better, man. Well, it was an exhibition. They didn't really have a winner, but if you were to look at it, it would have been, obviously, yes, the draw, but if you watch the fight, clearly Mike Tyson was the better fighter tonight at 54. You can't do that, or YouTube will take your video down and everything. But it was craziness, man. Snoop on commentary was just nuts. But yeah, man. Yes, you're right about that. He was doing a lot of clinching. He definitely was not throwing punches like he should at all. At this point, obviously hindsight is 2020, but definitely Holyfield probably would have done better than what we got out of Roy Jones Jr. They were tired. Yes, they were tired, but you could see it a lot more, and you could definitely see it a lot more. And Roy, he just really didn't have it. He just never had it. That's a shame too, man. He one of the greatest boxers of all time, my favorite fighter. But it was just like it just wasn't it. It's like he just doesn't have it anymore at all. Roy was limping coming. Yeah, I noticed that too. He didn't really have that swag of confidence. Roy was hugging. Yeah, he was definitely doing the clinch. It was times, man, I thought I was watching an MMA fight. Because the amount of clinching that those two did, I'm like, who won? It was an exhibition, so it wasn't really a winner. But if you just watching the fight, you want to know who won, it was definitely Tyson. Tyson was definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, the better fighter. I mean, you got to give a big shout outs to Rafael Cordero, famous MMA trainer, who was Tyson's trainer doing all of this. And it was, and you could tell they did this thing. Like I said from the ratings yesterday, I just didn't like, Ward didn't really throw that many punches. The only thing he did, he would do his little, no-look punch a little bit. But overall, for the most part, he really didn't throw anything. Ward came to the ring. He was like, you know what? This check gonna clear, right? Cool. So let me do my thing. Let me, boom, do a little bit of moving. But like I said with him, I hate that he didn't negotiate this. Like, he has to have a bigger um, boxing ring. Him in the him in the smaller boxing ring with Roy's style going against Mike Tyson was not smart because them men in that smaller cage definitely, you know, benefited Tyson because Tyson wasn't able because Tyson was in a situation where he could come in, he could cut off the ring a lot easier. You know, for somebody like Roy, he needs the space. He needs to be able to move around to do everything. With a smaller ring, it was making it really easy for Tyson to cut him off before he was able to do that. So that was one of the things I noticed when I saw the ring being so small. So it was definitely crazy. But I also want to know, man, what y'all thought about that co-main event? That got doggone Jake Paul. Whew, he destroyed Nate Robinson. Whew. He beat Nate Robinson so bad, Nate Robinson thought he was in the XFL. Whew. Man, that was tough. Jake did his thing. Then Jake went to get all ridiculous, calling him, like Connor. Man, Connor would demolish him. I know people don't like giving Connor his people don't like give Connor his respect, but that's ridiculous to put that out there. He should probably face. I was going to say when it comes to Logan Paul, he should probably face, KSI, cause that would be a good. They can make a bunch of money, but I'm like the thing with Jake. I need to see Jake going against better competition, so we can really get a gauge. Because right now in his fights so far, not saying that it's not impressive what he's doing, but the biggest thing that he's doing that's helping him is that he's staying patient, and all of his opponents have really just been swinging all crazy. His opponents have all been basically swinging all crazy and stuff. So for him to be able to do that is great. But yeah, man, that main event, it was crazy. I was here at work. I got my gimmick together and was able to watch it. I had to hop up on here after it was over. We had to talk about it, man. Stay up on here for a few more minutes until we can until I have to finish up a few things. But it was entertaining, you know, night. We really got to see. So, yeah, man. Sorry about that. It's real in the streets, man. Like I said, I'm hopping on here. I'm at work right now. The grind don't stop. So I was able to watch the fight on the gimmick, and I was still like, man, I gotta hop up on here. Gotta be with the people. See what the people thought about the fights, man. Cause I know everybody loves to talk about the post shows and talk about it. This is for the fans. Let me know what y'all thought about these fights. I am. It got me excited, man. Overall, it was overall a pretty good night. Sad to see both of those guys in the ring past their prime, but luckily nobody got hurt. And now tomorrow we got to look forward to some NFL Sunday games, so that's gonna be fun. We get to hop up on here, have some fun, talk about some games. Make sure you join me tomorrow as I talk about. As I'm gonna do two lives tomorrow. I'm doing one live because I am the Raiders hater, after the Raiders game, come on here, talk about that. And then after the Sunday night football game, I will be on here again, talking about all the games and doing all the trash talk. And maybe we'll talk about some more of the fights tonight, again tomorrow. But yeah, Brennan just join me, and I'll be doing some phone calls, hopefully, as well. And just want to thank everyone who was tuning in. I'm sorry. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. It means a lot. Help that thing grow. I'm just trying to do big things here. Get me to a point where I don't have to be doing these at work. I can be home and doing everything. But your boy struggling, so the boy needs the bread. So the boy is on here, you know, trying to make it work. You know, I gotta do what it do, man. There's 23 people up in here. Thank everyone for watching. Great night of fights. If you missed it, Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. It went down. Obviously, it was a draw. Nobody got knocked out. If you if you saw the fight, you could clearly see both men are tired, but Mike Tyson was clearly the better fighter in that night. He was able to put things together a little bit more than Roy Jones was able to. Granted, like I said earlier, a lot of that was strategic because if you look at the ring being smaller, that was to the advantage of Tyson. So a smaller ring is always gives the advantage to the guy who wants to go out and in a fury and punch, and the attacker, that striker, like a Tyson is. So that fits him perfect. So he's has less space he has to go to get to you. Now when it comes to like a Roy Jones Jr., like I said earlier, he's the one who wants the space to be able to move on and do his thing. So if that happened, he was in a tough spot. But so now he's in a much better situation. So that what happens in that fight, in the fight being so short in the round, only being a couple of minutes, that also was a benefit for Tyson because Roy was never really able to get in his rhythm in that fight. So he was never really truly got going. Also, what did y'all think about Snoop Dogg being a commentator? I know he's done some work for the UFC, for Dana White Contender Series. That got a bunch of mixed reviews. I know a lot of fighters like Mike Brown and all did not like that. He felt like he was making fun of the sport. I didn't take it that he was making fun of the sport. He was just excited. What do y'all think about him doing tonight? I do think he was better tonight doing at times. Overall, it was, it was good. I thought Israel Adesanya did pretty good. Mauro Ranallo, who I think is the best right now, I thought you could tell he really didn't want to call this fight. You could tell he was just here just to be here. You're like, I'm gotta do this, but I don't really want to do this. Sugar Ray the whole time was looking like, man, y'all got me calling these fights. Man, these two old dudes can't do nothing. I can get in that ring right now in my 60s and still beat both them bums. But I ain't gonna do it because I know I'm in my 60s. So that's what it looked like to me. It was just craziness. But yeah, man, let me know. But I wanted to hop up on here. That's 33 people. I gotta stay up on here. Shout out to everyone who's tuning in right now. We're talking about Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. You know we all had to watch that thing because it's Saturday. We ain't got nothing to do and we bored. So everybody was like, man, let's hop up on this thing and talk about it. So that's what we're doing. Thank you all for tuning in to the Johnson Lemon brand. If you watch my video, you will notice how I was like, man, I thought it would be tough. I didn't think Tyson would look as good as he did. So that definitely surprised me for the better. Sorry that I have to put things down. It's just a struggle. My battery is low. Hopefully y'all can still hear me. Battery low. But I'm like I don't have the charger on me, but I was like, nah, fam, it don't matter. I'm still gonna hop up on here and talk about these fights because I'm trying to be the man of the people. But anyway, y'all, my my time is gonna be up for the night. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed the fight. It was entertaining. Thank you all for tuning in. I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Remember, I will be doing 2 lives tomorrow, one after the Raiders game. So, like I said, I'm the Raiders hater, and we're gonna talk about the Raiders. And I will be on after the Chicago Bears versus Green Bay Packers game on Sunday Night Football, and talk about that and all the other things that happen in sports tomorrow. So if you like what you're seeing, man, and I'm working on a whole bunch of things, y'all stay tuned, man. This is for the people. Let's get it. Thanks. Have a great night.